Hello everybody. In this video we're going to learn how to make frequency tables and dot plots from a set of data. A frequency table is a table that lists each item in a data set with the number of times the item occurs. So for instance, if we have this data set here, let's say we polled a bunch of people and wanted to know what their favorite color was. And so here is the set of data. There's some blue, purple, red, orange, yellow. So here I'm going to make a frequency table, and so I'm going to write down the color. So the first color I see is blue. So let's see, just write it down right here. So blue, I'm going to make a tally mark every time I see blue. So here's 1, 2, so I'm going to make 2 tallies. Purple, so I see one there, I'm going to make a tally. Red, I see 2 right off the bat, so I'm going to make 2 tallies there. Orange, there's 1. Blue again, so 1, 2, see 2 more blues there. Yellow, that's our first yellow. Green, so first green. Back to yellow, so we have one more yellow, one more blue. So on a tally chart, for ease of counting, especially if you have a lot of data, instead of making a 5th tally mark, you can close off that group of 5 by doing a diagonal and then start a new block of 5. Makes it really easy to count when you're done. So then I see a green right there, a yellow, purple, blue. I'll just do these 2 blues here, 1, 2, and then a red. Okay, so those are the tally marks. Now the frequency is just how many tally marks there were. So blue had 7, purple had 2, red had 3, orange has 1, yellow has 3, and green has 2. So our frequency table is a quick way to show the results of this data set. It might be a good idea to make sure our tally is correct by counting the amount of times each of the data show up so that we can make sure we have the same amount of data. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, so we must have got it all. So there's a frequency table. You can also make a frequency table with, doesn't have to be words, it can be numbers. So let's say your data was quiz scores that students got on a test. And so it looks to me like the scores range from 2 to 5. So score 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to make tally marks. So I see 2 5s, 2, I see a 3 and a 2, I see a 4 and a 3, I see a 4 and a 5, and I see a 5 and a 4. Okay, so here's the frequency. There's 1, 2, 2 3s. Alright, and there's a frequency. Moving on. We can also make a dot plot. So here's the same data, you'll notice, to the quiz scores. I just pasted it over to here. So we have the same quiz scores, except this time instead of a frequency table, I'm going to make a dot plot or a line plot. And so what I do is I'm going to put these numbers on a number line. So we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now each time I look at a score, I'm going to put it onto the line plot. I'm going to make a little symbol. Sometimes you could use a dot, which is why it's called the dot plot. You could use an X. You could use any kind of symbol you want. I'm going to go with X's. So I see a 5. So under 5, I'm going to put an X. So that represents one quiz score. That was a 5. I see another 5, so I'll put an X. I see a 3 and a 2. I see a 4 and a 3. And I see a 4 and a 5. And then a 5 and a 4. So as you can see, it's a real easy visual way of kind of determining the shape of the distribution of the scores. It looks like we got mostly 5s here, a couple 4s, and there was 1, 2. So the range of a set of data is the smallest number, which would in this case be 2. The minimum is 2, and the biggest number, which was 5. I don't know why I circled the X. It's should have circled the 2. So the minimum was 2. The maximum is 5, and so the range is just the distance between these numbers. So in this case, 5 minus 2 equals 3. Alright, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.